Hey guys, this is Gamer Cal. Finally with proper movement speed and stuff here. I have no idea what was going on with that, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the Grand Hall of the Pokemon TCG on Tabletop Simulator. We've been doing quite a bit of work on this. Pepper's done a fantastic job on a lot of the stuff here. So I wanted to show pretty much what we'll be using, and I guess get a little feedback on the stuff too. I want to show how a draft would work in this and show roughly the sort of time frame that we'd be looking at for it, and also just show the features of what we have here. So this is designed for up to 6 players, but we're probably only going to be playing with 2 or 3, let's be real. Each of these is a hidden zone color here for the different player teams. The player teams themselves, there is, I guess we can go ahead and show it on here. We have the red and white is on the default table, and then green-brown is on our second playmat one here, and blue-yellow is on the bottom one. So I'll probably be team green because this EV playmat is absolutely adorable, and you know, it's great. You get rotated round and all of the stuff is here. Looks super fancy. You do still have the default one here as well if you want. The buttons on here are a fair bit smaller because these buttons are actually hard-coded to the table. So, yeah, they're a little bit awkward to use. But Pepper has managed to recreate them. It's not even weave, it's literally just Pepper here. Pepper's managed to recreate the buttons on the table itself, and that allows us to switch between actives and benches. And if we have energy attached, let's just go the 2, it's going to go to hand because it's 9. Let's just try, and we need to move further down. Let's try and put the fire on this as well, so we've got a different thing here. And we hit the switch button, and the fire lightning goes there as well, which is super cool. It does seem to be slightly buggy when you don't have anything active, but I think we'll be more than fine with that. So all of these work. Like all the energy counter stuff is here, so we can see underneath the Pokemon how many energy they have, and all of the stuff here, all these switch buttons work with switching to this active spot in particular. It's the same on this board as well. We can switch out the Farfetch'd and, you know, all of the stuff here. You got to be a little bit precise about where you put the stuff in order for this to work best. So ideally you want to have the things in roughly the same spot between active and bench, otherwise things are going to get desynced a little bit. But you know, that's just an actual like organization thing. I'm sure it will be fine regardless. It's in roughly the right spot. That's all that really matters. So yeah, that's the main bit that we've adjusted. Again, we can see the hidden zones here as well. These are super good. Actually, each one of them has got a deck sorter in there as well, which we will explore as we go. We've got the counting bag is kind of whatever, but there is a counting bag in each of these. I think if I go in and I can show this with the... You can see all hidden information because they're in the Game Master. See, each one of these has got a counting bag and a deck sorter in here as well. So that's pretty cool. So you might be wondering then, as I fumble around with the stuff here, you might be wondering, well, how is this going to work as far as drafting stuff goes? I have done this on stream yesterday pretty much, which is neat. We did the fossil draft. That hasn't yet come out on YouTube, but it will do soon. The idea is that, at least for most of them, I need to go back and do the rest of them, but for most of the stuff at the moment, I have packs. I have a bag which has got 36 packs of each of the different sets, and so we're just gonna throw one down here, and hopefully that is on the table. Okay, seems a bit weird that it just didn't let me move it any further over. As you can see, we've got the bags in there. They have packs in them, 36 of each set to be precise. So we can go ahead and actually just open them up. The packs themselves are random, like each individual pack is random. So it doesn't actually matter if we just clone each of these bags, as soon as you open a pack, that's when it generates. That's why there's a pause in between your opening and actually getting the cards, is because that is when the RNG is being called. So you could clone this bag like 3, 4, 5, however many times, and you will actually just get like you'll get the pack out, and it will be different compared to everybody else's one. So you can still go ahead and do it from here, but as I guess I can demonstrate, if we bring out a bunch of packs and like add them to hand and stuff, it can be a little messy trying to keep these all in check. So I mean, we'll just kind of like put them down, and they kind of go everywhere. Sometimes they go into other zones and then you can't see them. So you could do it in like 18 packs at a time or something, I suppose, and it would be fine. But ideally, you kind of don't want to do that. Like, yeah, we could just have 18 out. Apparently, all Blastoise packs. Kind of another weird thing with it. If you pull multiple packs at the same time, they're all going to be exactly the same cover art. You could do that and like do that twice, and that works too. But that's a little bit less interesting. I don't know. Like, if you want to actually pull the packs out, you can do that. But I think it's probably best the way we're going to do it is to go ahead and just use the bags here. Because we can give everybody one bag and then they take the packs out and open them separately. So, naturally, the way that I did this before was to just flip them up and, like, you know, just like go, yeah, got card, etc. There are two ways that we could go ahead and do this now. We can go ahead and just open all the packs, and then we'll just do it with a 2 this time, but we'll throw it onto the deck sorter over here. Doesn't matter whether you click this one or not, because it's these things only have a card name, they don't have a description. But as soon as you click sort card, it will go ahead and manually sort alphabetically all of the cards that you picked up. So then you do a deck search and you'll see it's grouped the 2 Vulpix together because we've got Vulpix in both packs. And you could take a look and go, oh, we got an Alakazam and a Dog Trio as the other rare there. So that is one way of handling the stuff here. We could just get all the packs set. You don't even have to flip them face up first, but you could just get all the packs set and flip them all into the sorter and just do it like that. But then you kind of lose a little bit of the individual opening cards thing. So let's delete these real quick. I will grab myself another couple of these to replace. So what I'm probably going to do when it comes to actually opening these is I am probably going to go ahead, pull the pack open, and then search the pack. And then individually we'll see, oh, this one has a computer search in it, right? But individually we will see what the commons, the energy in this case, what the rare is, and you can still get a decent look at the cards from there too. So we'll be able to see what the cards are, and then do that for every pack. So we get the individual, this is what we pulled, so we've got a B-drill out of this one. It's like we get the individual, this is what we pulled, but then afterwards we stack the cards up together and throw all of them, once we're done with all 36 packs opened, we throw all of them into the sort machine so that we can then have them all well set up for stuff that way. This one's got a last, that's pretty good. Last one had there was a Dugong in one of these, so getting the seal is quite nice. And this is a lot faster. Wow, 2 lasts in a row, huh? This way is a lot faster than like sorting the cards out and like individually picking them up, right? So we can in comparison at least, we can very quickly pull through it. It's not as quick as like doing the pack sim stuff, but you know, it doesn't really have to be for it to be viable, you know. So once we've used up all the packs in the bag, that is when we will go ahead and do the sort thing. So long as you don't go too overboard on the sorter, it's not too bad. Pokemon Trader is pretty good. Plus power was in there too, that was quite nice. I do still get this occasional stutter when I'm playing by myself here. I think Pepper's computer is slightly better than mine, so we'd be able to have fewer of those stutters. Zapdos is nice. But yeah, I still get the odd stutter when I do this, unfortunately, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. Scoop Up is good. Looks like Dewgong is an interesting idea out of these opening ones here. So, oh wow, lots of Pokemon Trader too. Yeah, lots of Pokemon Trader means that the evolutions are at least a little bit more reasonable to play, you know. We would just need to actually get more of them. Electabuzz, classic good stuffs. Electabuzz being a regular rare instead of a holo means it is more likely to get hold of. The Charizard. Gotta love it. Gotta love the Zardman. But yeah, I mean, you could flip them face up as well if you want, but if we do it this way round, we'll flip all the cards up face up when we get the deck complete, and then go from there. So, funnily enough, if you sort the deck whilst it's face down, nice Electabuzz second, it will actually go from Z to A in terms of the sorting when you go Surge deck, but if you flip the cards face over, it's A to Z. So, kinda just depends what you want. Ninetales is cute. Far too expensive to play in an energy removal format, but you know, it's still not too bad. So, Devolution Spray, really don't want to see any more of those. It's not a good card in the slightest. There's not really any reason to play it when every Pokemon only really has one evolution line anyway, you know. But even beyond that, it actually straight up discards the top cards, so... And you still can't evolve until the next turn. Computer search is good. So yeah, this is probably the way I'm going to do it. Because we get a quick look at what the cards are, but we don't... we have a lot of packs to open, so it's not something we want to spend too much time on, right? But we do still need to do... We need to do the individual opening. No matter what, we still need to rip open 36 packs here. The Electrode would be really good if I actually got some more energy. Not even energy, but if I got like more of the Electrode, could play that with a Zapdos. That would be pretty good. Scoop Up is nice too. Like, Scoop Up works well with that Zapdos. So, Dragonair, pretty cute. Also seeing Professor Oak in there as well. That's not too bad. I haven't really seen Double Colorless Energy very much yet, though. Another Zapdos. So, Zapdos, Electabuzz, Electrode, if we get another one, would be pretty alright. There's a third Electabuzz, so yeah, would be an idea. So yeah, just kind of go through the stuff. There's another one. Yeah, I think the Zapdos might actually be the play out of this setup. That would be pretty cool. Dugtrio's not bad either. Electro can provide a double rainbow energy, basically. So playing with, like, Dugtrio would be quite respectable as well. Pidgeotto, not nearly as good. We don't really care about that. Not too many more packs left to open. Raichu is cool. 80 HP is... for some reason, Raichu was just really big at the start of the Pokemon trading card game. And then it gradually just never got bigger. And so it ended up being like really small by today's standards. I forget, I think the last one was like 120 HP or something though? Which is still really small for nowadays, but still, it's like, it has at least gotten slightly bigger over the day. There's a Double Colorless. Although I don't think Double Colorless is really what we're using in this set, it's more for future-proofing. Of course, there's another one. All the scoop-ups and everything really does imply that the Zapdos would be the play here. Pidgeotto to finish things off. Alright, so, we've opened all the packs. That took about, like, what, 10 minutes at most? So we can flip these, we'll put them onto the deck sorter now, and click that. It does lag things for a sec. You can see the cards like going up and up and up here too. It's pretty fun, but it sorts through pretty nicely. And once it's done, we get that set up there. So then what we would do is we'd go right click, we'd save the object because this now saves our entire draft for this set. That's important because we'll probably need to load this in for future sets and whatnot to get the cards back out, right? But now that we've got the whole thing sorted, we can search all of these cards in one go and see, actually, I only drew 3 bill, which is unfortunate. but being a common, you know. But you can actually see all of the cards that you picked up. So we didn't get any Alakazam. We didn't see any anyway, so it makes sense. But we got that one Charizard, plenty of Charmeleon. So like Charizard could be a way to play this one as well. 2 Computer Search is cool. All of the Dewgong here, the Diglett. The 2 DC. I was right. I didn't see any before. Kind of unfortunate on that one. Waiting for stuff to load up again. 2 Dragonair, so we could play that if we really wanted to. Dugtrio and Electabuzz, the 2 Electrode. And didn't get any like super removes. Only 1 energy retrieval. That's really unfortunate, actually. You still get a bunch of energy in base set as well, but that's kind of whatever. On the Growlithe, Gust of Wind is there. So you can see as we go through, it's like, and you know, you can get this stuff out no problem. And then it's like, if you want a card out for the deck, you just pull it out and put it on the table. As it's just a standard deck search at this point. So you can just pull out whatever cards that you want to make the deck with. So I guess if we were going with the Electabuzz, like Zapdos kind of line, we'd want the energy removal as well, right? So we'd place these out too. And definitely that 1 retrieval would be needed, etc. So you can see the idea is that we'd pull the thing out. I'm actually going to pull the Dugtrio out as well. I probably would play that in this this round. So we'll get 2 Diglett out as well. And yeah, you can see the idea. I guess, I mean, it's probably still kind of worth going through the whole process here, but realistically, once you've built your 60, you just shake to shuffle the deck up, and then go over to one of the tables and place it on your side, and you're ready to start playing. So there's not really any additional complications from there. So yeah, this is, oh wow, only 2 Oak as well. Jeez, this was not the greatest of pulls, because there were no item finder either, so that's kind of, yeah, it's kind of an icky one. But yeah, once you've got your 60 cards sorted, you can go over. And it's kind of cool that the opponent can actually see how many cards, like, you can see how many cards are in any individual deck here, if you will, like 2, 4, 370, because that's how many's in the draft. It's like, yeah, you can see how many cards are in the deck. So the opponent, when you bring your deck over, would be able to see, oh yeah, you have 60 cards in there, so your deck is legal, and we can actually play. So yeah, there's plenty of sort of checks on it too, and then the rest of it is just play the TCG as you normally would. So that is pretty much that. So I guess the only thing from here, I mean, obviously, hopefully this is going to be interesting enough. We're not going to be switching to this straight away. Sai has still got to get Tabletop Sim, so that won't be until next month at the earliest. But hopefully we'll be able to switch to this. We'll probably be restarting our drafts, so take our current thing as just gaining experience on what the game is like. And hopefully this is something which is exciting. I have seen the view count on the previous video compared to the other stuff. It is pretty well received by the looks of it when showing off the stuff here in general. So hopefully this is something you're looking forward to. And the cool thing about this is because you just save everything as objects, it's very easy to do drafts with multiple people. So the cool bit really is just that I can play with Sai, but I can also do an entirely separate draft to play with somebody else as well. If somebody else decides they want to play, then you know, we can just do things with that. Also, you can spread the stuff out. I've made my spreads far more, well, literally far more spread out than they were before, because I want to have the individual cards there. But you can spread the stuff out too, so you get to see all of the cards that you are looking at here. I don't really know exactly where else I'd go from here with this deck, but it doesn't really matter. Point is, we would have stuff to do. Probably play something like maybe Rattata. I don't know. But yeah, you can see the idea behind the deck building stuff as well. And once you've made everything up, it's just a case of stacking everything together again and going from there. So you can do that. You can group everything, and then it's all in one deck, and yeah, you shuffle it up however many times you want to, flip it over, place it on the thing, and you go from there. If you want energy, the energy are over here, so we would need lightning energy for this deck. You can keep left-clicking. Actually, left-clicking will put it back in. You can right-click on the mouse to get more energy out. So that's a neat touch as well. It's like we can just get as many energy as we'll need into this as well. So that's pretty much it. If anyone has any suggestions on other stuff that we could potentially add to this setup in order to either smooth things out or maybe, yeah, like quicken the pace on something, I don't know. If there's any suggestions, just let me know in the comments here. And until next time, hopefully you guys will enjoy this when we get to play it. It'll be interesting. We have played a game on this, and it's good. Obviously, everything's manual, so it's a bit slower, but it's much more visually appealing. You get to actually see what cards are being played, and you can really sort of understand the game a fair bit more as you go. I think TCG 1 is neat, but it's very hard to actually tell what is happening with stuff like energy retrieval or even Professor Oak, right? Like discarding cards is not too good on there, right? In comparison, you've got to keep checking stuff a lot and trying to keep up with it all. I don't know. It's not as pretty. So I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.